Hello Chocks and Chockets, and in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's the Kinder Bueno Coconut. Yeah, had this on the backlog for some time, very much looking forward to this one. Yeah, it looks very tasty indeed. Kinder Bueno is a very nice bar, very lovely bar, one of the I'd say probably one of the best out there really. I think most people seem to like it, and it's very tasty. They've done a few different ones over time. I think they've done a milk chocolate one, a white chocolate one, and a dark chocolate one. I think the milk and white ones are generally the ones readily available. And this obviously is a limited edition coconut one. I assume it's limited edition anyway. I don't think it's a full-time one. I said 60p on it, but the shop charged me 40p, and I said to them, it says 60p on it. He said, oh yeah, I know, we're just selling it for 40p. So I don't bizarre really, but there you go. Yeah, there's some interesting detail on here. We got white chocolate and coconut covered wafer with smooth milky hazelnut filling and desiccated coconut. So it's desiccated coconuts, there we go, and there's the nice example of it. Yeah, very nice. So white chocolate with coconut, 26.3%. If you have some interest, hazelnuts, 5.2%. Desiccated coconut, 6.9%. Total milk constitutes 23%. Does it have palm oil in there? Can't see. Yes, there it is, palm oil specifically. Yes, I don't think that adds up to 100%, all these percentages here. So it's 26.3, add 5.2, so that's 31.5. Yeah, add basically 7, so 38. So it's 37.9, add the 0.5, 38.4, I think that adds up to. Yeah, so there we go. I think so anyway. Right, so there we are. So yeah, very interesting. So there we go. Right, yeah. So per 100 grams, 592 calories. So pretty high up on the 500 to 550 scale that most chocolates fall into. Yeah, so very much on the well over that. So very calorific this one compared to other chocolate bars. So most other chocolate bars are between 500 and 550 from my review experience. 41.6 grams of fat, 22.9 of which are saturates. Then per bar, 90.5 grams, 115 calories, 8.1 grams of fat, 4.5 of which are saturates. And I think per bar is actually just one half of this as well. So there's 2 bars in here, which it says there. So you have to bear that in mind. You could believe that was for the whole thing, and it's not. It does say 90.5 times 2, 39 grams. There we go. There's the addresses to get in touch with. So it's an Italian brand. Where the UK address is. Okay, yeah, it's got the typical yellow and white branding, but with this sort of bluey effect on the edges, and you can see the bars coming through there. Now the one problem with the Kinder Bueno is there's massive flourishes in this bar. It's one of the worst offenders there is. You can see these massive flourishes on the side. You literally get about half again what's in there. Yeah, so it's a bit crazy really. I'll show you that when I open it anyway, but yeah. But speaking of which, let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay then, we'll give this Kinder Bueno Coconut an open. Yeah, it's very excited for this one. It's got like a glass of milk there. I don't know what it's trying to say, but there's some milk there. I think it's milk, I don't know what it is actually, but presumably it's milk. But yeah, a glass of milk or something anyway. There we go. But yeah, let's give this an open. Well, there is a glass of milk there as well. So I guess it's heavily trying to say there's milk involved. It's Kinder Bueno. It does say, milk constitutes there 23%. Maybe that's added to the rest of this percentage that we had before, which was about 38 or something. 38.4% I think it was. Which doesn't quite add up to 100%, so not sure what's going on there, but there we go. But alright, let's give this an open then. So time recording, done about 880 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I've got a link to place of all my other reviews, as well as some related ones, perhaps say other Kinder Bueno reviews, things like this. So yeah, check those out. Hopefully enjoy those too. Alright, so here we are. So we've got these here. So two sort of bars, individually wrapped. Unique way of supplying these bars. It's very strange, but yeah. So you can see here where I was saying that there's massive flourishes in this bar. So you can see it's still sort of puffed up a bit with air, so I've not flattened it to make it look even more extreme. But you can see here, how far, you could have 2 more sections basically of each of these, which is 1 extra finger basically, isn't it? They are almost, I think they are pretty much the worst flourishes, or at least maybe tied at least, but I'm not sure what with, but percentage wise anyway, they don't get much worse than this as far as ridiculous over packaging is concerned. You could probably, as I say, I think even if you took them out of the individual wrapper, I don't think they'd even be as wide as the wrapper either. But I guess it does circular, it does puff out a bit. So I mean, it's not quite as fair to say. But this one, yeah, it's crackers. It does have a nice pull tab here. A bit worried about pulling it too hard because it might break it. Yeah, I think it's already snapped actually. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's broken up a bit, this one. This is a delicate bar. Let's try and get it out. Okay, well, it doesn't mean we can see it quite easily. I think the coconut stick. Normally the Kinder Buenos have a sort of this crumbly, I don't know what it is really, sort of stuff put over it. In this case, I think it's just straight coconut. We can see here, look, if you just look at that, you know, this space here, it's just so much. So you could definitely fit, you know, 2 more segments into that missing space. Yeah, for sure. We could improve if we just take that one there, put it there. It doesn't move. Oh dear, you know, you're trying to. Okay, let's put them back here straight. Pretty much straight there. There's the bar. It's fluffed up as I say, so you can imagine it would be full at this point. Okay. Right, now hopefully, now if it doesn't move. Oh, right, now we're with chilled animals and chocolate. I think that's the the takeaway. I've had to reset it again because it just can't stop moving itself. I'll probably cut to it. But yeah, as I say, chilled animals and chocolate, never work with them. So please stay still, please. Okay, roughly has. Okay. There we go. You can see there. Right, I think that's fair enough. It's not quite straight. I do apologise. It's difficult for me to get it perfect, but I think you get the gist of it. That you could add 2 more sections of these fingers into this bar for the length of wrapper you get, which equates basically if you times it by 2, because obviously there's 2 layers to it, that's an extra finger, so you get basically 50% of the bar again. So it's pretty poor, that. Right, so let's see. So you can see here in the division there you go, you can see the wafer there looking quite nice, and yeah, but obviously you can't see the sort of hazelnut cream filling or whatever. Did I actually say hazelnut cream filling? White chocolate and coconut covered wafer with smooth milky hazelnut filling. Okay, so I'll have to cut one down the middle maybe. Yeah, cut a section down the middle. Oops. There we go, you can clearly see there. There you go, you can see that massive amount of hazelnut filling there in the wafer. There's still wafer surround around the hazelnut filling on the top bit as well. So very crunchy. You can see all the presumably coconut. Let's get coconut around the edge of it. That's very interesting. That very nice. Yeah. As I say, normally it does have this sort of sprinkling of stuff around these Kinder Buenos, but obviously in this case it looks to be coconut. So yeah, there's a very coconutty smell to it as well. And white chocolate. So this is the kind of white chocolate version, but as I say, we've added coconut. So interesting one, this one. I quite like the way they've done it. I think it works thematically quite well with Kinder Bueno, because they normally do have the sprinkling of something around them. In this case, they replace it with coconut. So I think that works pretty well. That. But how does it taste? Let's find out. Let's give it a taste. Okay, now we'll give this Kinder Bueno Coconut a taste. Yeah, so very excited for this one. Very excited. So basically, we've got some we prepared earlier, I guess. We opened it essentially. So yeah, give it a go. So you can see. So it's pretty much a white chocolate Kinder Bueno, but covered in desiccated coconut instead of the usual stuff. So you can see that coconut effect there. Not normally a big coconut fan, I must say, in advance of this. Normally I don't like the texture of it generally, a bit like shredded paper, and I don't like the way it gets in your teeth. But we'll see. I've quite enjoyed some coconut products lately, so you never know. Let's give it a go. Let's do it. And definitely that lovely Kinder Bueno centre. Lovely crunchy wafer as well. And the lovely white chocolate. I mean, it tastes really nice, really. As I say, it's got the coconut. It's basically just all the regular Kinder Bueno, but with a bit of coconut. Now for me, I think if you like coconut, you're definitely going to get what you want here. It's not a moist coconut though by any means. Like a lot of, say, bounties and things tend to be a bit more moist. This is very dry. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know if I'm getting much of a taste from the coconut really. Do get a slight taste, but nothing too dramatic. I think, I don't think as coconut products go, this isn't a great one. You do get a slight coconut taste, but nothing too dramatic. You know, you're not really getting that much of a sweetness, or you know what you'd normally expect from coconut. Really, you're just getting more of the texture. As I say, maybe sort of a bit of a taste of it, but not much. Doesn't really add much for me. I'm not a big fan of coconut generally. The texture is, the taste is okay, but I kind of prefer the sweetness from it more than anything else, and I say rather than the texture and things. So it's all right. I think Kinder Bueno for me is normally a 4.5, 5 out of 5. I normally dock it half a mark though because of the ridiculous flourishes, and they are ridiculous. As I say, you could literally fit another finger's worth of bar in here, another 50% basically. So it will be docked half a mark for that. I can't excuse that level of flourish. It's ridiculous. 50% is just too much. I'd say a fifth is what I call really with intolerance, I would say, which is 20%. So this is over double that. So, yeah, it's all right. I think it's just not quite as good as you'd think. I think it's generally a Kinder Bueno white, white chocolate Kinder Bueno. But I'll say the coconut, I don't know, it's not really adding too much to it. It's quite dry. It's on the outside of it, so it's not really moist like coconut can be. I don't know, it just gives you a slight coconut texture and a slight taste, but nothing too dramatic. I don't think coconut fans will be bowled over by it. It's okay. I don't think you dislike it or anything like that. If you like coconut, I think this would still be nice, but I think you might be a bit disappointed that the coconut's a bit, I don't know, not the best way of implementing coconut, but it's there, and it's probably, I like the idea of it though, the fact that they've just replaced what they normally have around the edges of the Kinder Bueno, this sort of I don't know what you call it really, this covering of this dusting of stuff. They've just replaced it with coconut. I think that's a good way of doing it, but there's plenty there, but I don't know. But as I say, I'm not a massive coconut fan. I can't really say for sure whether coconut fans will be happy with this. I guess it's quite similar to their Raffaellos that Ferrero do for their Ferrero Rocher range, isn't it? Well, definitely are actually Ferrero Rochers, but you know what I mean. They've kind of used the same concept, I guess. So maybe it is something that's not too bad for the coconut community to like. Which is like that sort of Kinder Bueno, crossover with those Raffaellos. So maybe it's something that is quite a nice thing. And I guess you got the moistness in the centre as well from the liquidy sort of hazelnut cream centre. So that kind of, I guess that might complement it in some respect for the fact that the actual coconut's quite dry. Yeah, I think it's okay. I don't think it's not blown me away by any means. I think Kinder Buenos are generally pretty nice. I don't think this one. I think I prefer to have the regular ones over this one. The white chocolate and the milk chocolate one and the dark chocolate one. I'm not really too keen on this coconut sort of dusting on the outside. It doesn't really do anything for me. But I guess if you're a coconut fan, it might. But as I say, it is dry. There's nothing. There's no moistness to it, which is a shame from my point of view. I think. But as I say, coconut fans, maybe that's how you like it. I'm not sure. I don't think I can really mark it down too much for the fact that it's not really my cup of tea coconut. I think as I say, I think normally, but I think it's the worst one for me of the lot of the Kinder Buenos. So it's still nice, still like it, but I think for me probably normally be, I don't know. I think it's just a bit too dry. The coconut doesn't really feel like the regular sort of surround works a bit better, a bit more interesting. Even though it is dry, it just sort of works a bit better. I think coconut should be a bit more moist. I think, but in my opinion anyway. So I think for me this one, I don't think I'll dock it half a mark because of the fact that I'm going to give it, I think I'm not going to dock it half a mark because I feel if it was a 5 out of 5, I think I would have done. And maybe if it's a 4.5, I would have done. But it's a 4 out of 5 for me, so I'm not going to dock it down any further because I think it would just be a bit too not reflective of the bar to say it's a 3.5 out of 5. But bear in mind there's ridiculous flourishes, and they are ridiculous. They're ridiculously over the top. They're the worst. I don't think I've seen worse than this, So I think I've seen similar, but yeah. But but the bars on are different. The ones I've seen where it's been 50% like this or what have you, have been on different scale bars and things. It's not quite been compared apples with apples, so it's hard to say for sure. But these are definitely among the worst offenders, if not the worst, Kinder Buenos for ridiculous over packaging. As I say, you could fit 50% more into the packaging, no problem, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, so 3 fingers rather than 2, basically, and that's ridiculous. But yeah, 4 out of 5, nice bar. Coconut fans, I think, would still love it, but I think for me, it's not the, it's just a bit dry, really. I don't think the coconut's quite as good when it's dry like this, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll say I'm not a coconut expert, but that's my opinion anyway. So But still a nice bar. Kinder Bueno is always nice. It doesn't detract too much from it in any way, the coconut, but I just feel I'd prefer the regular Kinder Buenos and the milk chocolate, white chocolate, and the dark chocolate one if that's available. I just prefer those basically. But yeah, still a 4 out of 5, so not bad. Above average for sure. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out the YouTube member program. It's a great way to support the channel. Really is. The link for that's in the description. Wealth of options there. There's different perks depending on what tier you pick, so check it out. Discord link is in the description as well. It's a great way to keep in touch with myself and be part of the community. I say like my videos, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment or free. Always do my best to reply. And have a great day. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya. Bye.